All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I had just asked you to go and graph four things, four curves, even though I told you there were five things that I circled. Um, and so you should have come up with a graph that looked kind of like this guy. Um, and as you notice, at the bottom of ATC, right here, that's where the marginal cost curve comes across that average total cost curve. And again, I have four curves here with my marginal revenue being below my price curve or my average revenue. So I circled five things. I circled average revenue and I circled the price, and they are the same thing. So even though I circled two of them, they're the same curve, which hopefully you figured out pretty quickly. Um, so they're the exact same numbers on your grid. Now, what I'm going to do is just like when I did the perfectly competitive firm, and I took a bunch of different quantities, and then we looked at that graph that you guys just completed. So I don't know if hang on, let me pause for just a second. Where's my scroller? All right, so actually I found that chart. So this is the chart. So we took this chart, or a very similar one from Perfect Competition, and then we looked at the graph. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to pick a quantity here. And so I've got my quantity here where the price is 5. So the price is 5, where the quantity is 6. So let me put that actually over here. So our quantity, and again, it's very important to figure out our quantity probably before everything else. So at 6 units here of water, the price is 5. The total revenue is 30. The total cost, is not 36. It's 45. Let me fix that. Okay. And the profit is not negative 6, it is negative 15. So good thing that I double checked that. So notice, right here, we're using this row. We've calculated all this information already, so now we're just going to look and try to find it on the graph. So let's see, let's make sure we got that. So quantity of 6. Let me get a pencil here. Okay. That's going to be annoying to me, is every time that I do that, I am going to lose my thing. I wish there was a way I could do that. So quantity of 6, let's see, right here. The price is 5. Look at that. Price is 5 right there. Remember, what tells us the price now? So the price corresponds with not your marginal revenue anymore, but your average revenue. So if we look back here, we were at 6. Oh, why didn't it circle that? There we go. There is our price at 5. If we go over. Boom. I'm going to get a little bit bigger marker here. Okay, so that's my price. Don't go to your marginal revenue curve, or else it would tell you it's 0. That is incorrect. Now the total revenue is 30 here. So 5 times 6. So this box right, this box right here is my total revenue. Okay. Did it draw it? There we go. Okay, that's my total revenue box. Let's get red for my total cost box, and let's see. The total cost should be 45. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, let's see here. It looks like we're at a quantity of 6. We got to go up to the average total cost. We got to go to right here. And let's just kind of cruise over to this. This is, what, 7.5 or 7.2 or something like that. If I look back on my other chart, I can tell us for sure at 7.5. All right, so I'll just write that in. 7.5. So just do for me right now 7.5 times 6 and see what you get. I'm doing it right now. You can hear me open the drawer, get my calculator out. 7.5 times 6. Now it should come out pretty darn close to 45. I got 45 on the money here. So this big red box now is 45. So let's see here. If I take 30 and I subtract 45, I should get negative 15. right? And let's just double check here. I wrote down that that's what it would be. Again, notice something for me here. I'll take a different color this time. Let's go blue. So this up here, this box, is not our profit, but it is our loss. This is our loss. And again, I apologize for the gnarly writing, but I am writing with my mouse here. So we took a loss. Notice when the ATC curve is above your price, you're always taking a loss. And I don't know why I went like this, but your ATC curve is above your price, you're going to take a loss. Just like in perfect competition. Also, just like in perfect competition, notice what's this? This is 5, right? It should be in green, but whatever. If you were to think about how else could you do this? If you could find the area of this rectangle, well, you could find the profit or loss too. Notice this would be the formula again for doing this is price minus ATC, and put this in parentheses, and multiply by your quantity times quantity. So if you do 5 minus 7.5, so I guess I'll write this over here, 5 minus 7.5 times 6, I bet you come out pretty darn close, or in fact you come out exactly at negative 15, all right? I actually think that's how I did it when I calculated that for you guys. I didn't subtract 30 minus 45, although I guess maybe I did. It's written right here. Who knows what I did? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you now to try on your own, try and see if you can find the areas for total revenue and total cost and profit. Let's go right to 3. This is going to be our profit maximizing output. So go to 3. I'm going to stop the video, you try it, and then I'll work you through it. See if you do it correctly, all right? So try that right